But she's been taking all that into her stride as husband-to-be Prince Harry introduces her to royal life, and all the highs and lows that come with it. Today, the happy couple did their first official public engagement with the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, Prince William and Kate Middleton. And all eyes were on the Fab Four to see how they'd interact with each other in front of an audience. Here's what body language expert Judy James made of Meghan and Kate's communication, and the subtle clues they subconsciously gave that reveal an insight into how they really feel about each other. Meghan and Kate had plenty of interaction throughout the Royal Foundation Forum audience. Image, Getty Images Europe. As this power quartet took to the stage, it was easy to imagine we'd be seeing some sister-in-law style bonding between Kate and Meghan, with Kate taking newbie Meghan under her wing via some reassuring gestures and smiles. But as it turned out, this couldn't have been further from the truth. Dynamic Meghan was the powerhouse of this royal appearance, confident, eloquent, and showing signs of seeing herself as the driver of this initiative, and possibly the group, with loads to say and the passion to say it. Meghan seemed to be in charge, with her upright posture and dominant gestures. Image, Getty. There was little, if any, communication between Kate and Meghan, whose chairs had even been pushed closer for the occasion. There was some initial mirroring between them in terms of hairpin gestures, clapping, and some side-to-side rocking in their seats, but interestingly it seemed to be Meghan instigating these small movements and Kate following. One sign of status and leadership is that the leader often changes position and the others will follow, a theory that also puts Meghan in the more dominant role. There was one poignant moment that suggested Kate had even lost her fun buddy. For years William has tended to be the more formal royal in the trio, while Harry has adored making Kate laugh. At this event there was a moment when Harry turned to pull a funny face and Kate responded with a grin, but then noticed the face was pulled towards an openly laughing Meghan, at which Kate's face did drop a little and her head tilted rather sadly to one side. Meghan and Harry shared loving glances throughout the event. He even made a joke for Meghan, but Kate was left out of it. Image, Getty Images Europe. While Meghan sat upright in her chair, keenly responding to everything she heard, Kate sat back. Clearly the baby bump was an issue, with clasped hands, finger-picking slightly nervously, especially while Meghan was speaking, although at one point she did cross her legs towards Meghan, suggesting unity. Meghan's dynamic, coiled spring communication style when talking about issues she is obviously passionate about did spread to Harry, who quickened his pace and energy levels as he got into his stride and used the same high, expressive and emphatic hand gestures as his bride-to-be. Kate maintained a much calmer and more assured speaking style though, hinting at a quieter form of power in this quartet. Meghan seemed engaged and actively listened to every question. Image, Getty Images Europe. There was one gloriously intriguing moment that threw up all sorts of questions about the true dynamics of this foursome as a working unit. The word disagreements was thrown at them, and the honesty in their reactions was hilarious. There was no sugarcoating denials about any potential sparks flying between this new royal team, and William just groaned an "oh yes, affirmative." Both women disappeared behind their hair, but there were no obvious smiles between them, meaning we might need to watch this space to see who the disagreements involved. Meghan grabbed Harry's arm and laughed, and the words "stuck together" suggest we might be in for some future fun from non-airbrushed royal dynamics. She placed her hand gently on Harry's arm in a cute and intimate move. Image, Getty Images Europe. Kate occasionally picked at her fingers nervously. Image, Getty Images Europe. Kate might well be in mediator role as she added a comment about common ground, but there was little in the way of chat between her and Meghan as they took their seats afterwards, which could mean two strong characters with a possible tendency to speak their minds. There are superficial similarities between these two women, but in terms of body language and communication their styles are polar opposites. Kate has always seemed strategic, careful, thoughtful and perfect in terms of her royal smiles and support towards William. Meghan looks more driven, spontaneous and keen to speak her mind and take charge. It should be interesting to see this relationship develop.